What are your emotions going into this premiere? Are you nervous? Are you excited? Like, because I just feel like there's always times when there's I'm sure you're sharing some great moments, but also sharing some moments you probably don't want people to watch.
Oh yeah. I mean, I get nervous every season. I think like what's so amazing about the show is that I open up every part of my life, and there are great times, but it wouldn't be what it is if there weren't the bad times also. So yeah, there's there's definitely some moments I'm not proud of this season. And you guys are gonna have to stay tuned, but it's funny, but it also is real. And yeah, you see kind of like every emotion pop out, and everyone's really going through it this season. I can tell you that.
Yeah, and it's also probably having to do with everyone was in quarantine, and then everyone gets released, and you're recording the show, and you guys went to an island, right?
Yeah, we went to an island for about a month, and when we were here filming in Siesta Key, we're wearing masks constantly. We're getting tested all the time. But when we went to the island, we're still getting tested and wearing masks, but at least there was just like that safety net. But the downfall was we were with everyone, breakfast, lunch, dinner. Right. It was gorgeous, don't get me wrong, but like we definitely went insane, and you're going to see that. I mean, we're insane all the time though. Like, especially now that the show's evolving, there's like more jealousy between cast members, like Kelsey and I. You guys are definitely going to see that unfold. And, like just as things progress, we're getting a little more crazy. Frantic. So
yeah, I think that was the one thing everyone was really wondering about.
We talked about it on our show for like a while. I'm not happy to admit that we both like landed on the Siesta Key Reddit. We were like, why aren't they friends anymore?
I'm really not happy to admit that, because I try to stay away from any Reddits as much as possible.
It was our last resort. We were desperate.
Everybody was like, you guys need to find out what's happening between Kelsey and
Juliette. Still didn't find anything
we still didn't find out. Yep. And we talked about it on the show, because we were like, we've had both girls on our show at the same time when you guys were friends, and then we were like, oh my, we're gonna have to have them on separately to talk about what's happening. Now, I know you probably don't want to say much because you don't want to spoil the season, but can we get a little hint of what it may be about? You said the jealousy, and I know you guys both came out with swimwear lines, so does it revolve around that?
So I think I would start with at the end of season 3B, Kelsey took my boyfriend Sam out to lunch without me knowing, which is fine. They're friends. But she ended up telling him a lot of like nasty things about me. Like, I'm using him. I'm a gold digger, blah. I love that one. Everyone's calling me a gold digger, whatever. I don't care. That I'm not over my ex, that like when Alex's baby was going to be born, I was going to lose it, and like all this stuff. And, Sam luckily took it with a grain of salt, but that's really shady. She was my best friend and my roommate. We lived together, and I was just shocked. But, like for some reason, I just kind of bottled that up, because weirdly enough, I don't like confrontation unless I don't know, am like really in the heat of the moment. But I let that go. And then, she was upset about the fact that I was starting a swimwear line also. And then throughout the season, you just kind of see like the tension progress and get worse. And, just like it gets really rough between us, but you'll get to see a lot of the ups and downs and, where we stand now. So,
yeah. Well, from our side, it's sad for us to see, because we loved talking to both of you. And it's, anytime two girls have their kind of friendship fall apart, it's very sad. And like you said, you guys were so close and roommates, and but other than that, like, it seems like at least your love life, your relationship has flourished. We see you and Sam all over Instagram, and now Sam has been with you filming the show. How has that been, and how has Sam kind of adjusted with, I guess, like becoming a legit cast member?
He thinks it's so funny because he's like, I can't believe I have a job now. Like, he's never had a job before. And he's just like, what did you drag me into? This is such a shit show. And I'm like, it's cool. It's fun. I'm like, make sure you never get caught in a lie. Like, they're going to catch you. And he's just like kind of on this wild ride with me. But it's definitely, it's amazing. I love him. We're in a really good spot. And it's definitely kind of hard filming when you're in a relationship, but we've made it through, and life's good right now.